Now, let's talk a bit about the DBB, or the Design Bid Build. Always remember, the Design Bid Build, it's the traditional one. It's mostly used in the governmental projects. So, these points I want to highlight about the DBB. The owner signed two contracts with the design firm and the construction firm. The owner hires the design firm first. And as you can see, the SD, DD, CD, this is the design process. The SD, it means schematic design. The DD, which is the design developing, and the CD, which is the contract document. I'm going to talk about it more in the next slide. The third point, the design firm normally charge percentage or fixed fees. So how the owner charges the design firm? Normally by fixed fee or a percentage of the work. So let's say like the project might cost, let's say 1 million, so it might be 5%. It depends from one design office to another. Then we have the construction firm. After the design is finished, the construction firm will review and then price the project. It will do the estimation. If it's approved, then it's going to be turned into BOQ and budget. I'm going to explain it all as well. So as you can see, we have first the design, then the bid, then the build. That's why it's called DBB. Once the design is fully completed, the bid process starts. Then the contractor started bidding on the projects. If the lowest contractor will be selected, also there's a criteria, I'm going to talk about it more. After the contractor is selected, we will move to the build phase, which is the construction phase. By the way, the owner owns the design. He's the one who owns the design. After the design firm completed the design, it belongs completely to the owner. The design firm is selected based on QBS, which is the quality based selection. I'm going to talk about it in the contracting. How it's going to be selected, what is the QBS, and what's the BVS, and all these kind of things. The last point is the construction firm is awarded based on the lowest responsive bid. What do we mean by lowest responsive bid? Lowest, which is like the lowest price between all the bidders. The responsive, the bid package has to be comprehensive, has to be completed. So what do we mean by responsive? The contractor must abide to the bid package and must submit and estimate all the prices on all the bid packages. So as you can see, we have the owner, the designer, and contractor. So the owner will sign a contract with the designer, separate contract. After the design is completed, we start the bidding. Then when the contractor is chosen, the owner signs a split contract with the contractor, the GC, which is the general contractor. In the design phase, no contractor involvement. That's one of the cons of the design bid build. We're going to talk also about it. So let's talk a bit about the design phases. As we said, there are three phases, the SD, the DD, and the CD. The SD, which is the schematic design, this is the roughly design. So things still vague, not clear. But the design firm outlined the size, the scale of the project, the floor plans, elevations, and selection details. In the next process, which is the DD, the design development, things become more clear. Further developing in the design, which will include landscapes, civil architectural, mechanical, and electrical components. The last phase is the construction document. When we say construction documents, it's mainly include specifications and plans. It outlines the project. This is the scope of the project.